Audio test 1, 2.
Hey, good morning, everybody. If you would please turn around and let's, I'm gonna lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I almost started with the prayer, but we don't have a preacher this morning, so we'll get started right away. Thank y'all all for coming. Yes. Okay, good morning. Appreciate y'all joining us. And we're going to get started with the energy agenda. Just number one, discussion and possible action regarding the proposed order in docket number 2021 UA 126, Spire, Mississippi. So order granting certificate of public convenience and necessity to enlarge certificated area. Mr. Mabry.
Thank you, Commissioners. Mr. Chairman, on July 21st, 2021, Spire filed for approval a certificate of public convenience and necessity to enlarge its certificated area in Lamar County, Mississippi, and to construct, operate, and maintain certain facilities. Spire proposes to enlarge its certificated area by extending west from its existing boundary along State Highway 589 in Lamar County. The proposed service area is adjacent to Spire's existing service area located in West Hattiesburg. Spire's Natural Gas Expansion and Rural Economic Development Initiative, or the Expansion Initiative, was approved by the Commission in docket number 2019 UA 233 on October 19th, 2020. Under the Expansion Initiative, Spire was approved to construct an 8-inch main pipeline extending 3.6 miles west along U.S. Highway 98 in West Hattiesburg. It's termed the West Hattiesburg Pipeline, or WHP, from which additional mains and services would be installed in years 1 through 5 to serve residential and commercial consumers in the area. The Commission authorized a capital investment in year 1 of the Expansion Initiative of $2.5 million. Spire has determined that the actual capital expenditures for the WHP will total approximately $2.2 million, and that was completed on August 13th. Two businesses located on Graham Road, which is approximately 4,000 feet beyond Highway 589, the westernmost boundary of Spire's existing certificated area, have expressed interest in receiving natural gas service. Spire desires to extend its certificated area west of Highway 589 to enable the provision of service to these customers, but also to provide opportunities to serve approximately 675 prospective customers located in existing residential subdivisions and potentially many more future consumers on significant underdeveloped land in the proposed service area, including land owned by the Lamar County School District. The project will not require the Spire acquire new rights-of-way, easements, or use eminent domain for the new gas transmission line. Spire plans to fund the facility's extension with internally generated funds and other available cash resources. Service would be furnished in accordance with the company's service rules and regulations and main extension policies on file and approved by the Commission. The estimated cost of the project is $333,000 and will result in a rate impact on an average residential customer of 52 cents annually in year 1 and decreasing each year thereafter. Staff has reviewed the filing, issued data request, and reviewed the responses. The filing has been properly noticed, and Spire has notified the two gas providers in the area as interested persons as defined in the Commission's Rules of Practice and Procedure. There are no interveners. The cost estimate for the project was reviewed for reasonableness and no issues were noted. Based on a thorough analysis of the filing and Spire's responses to data requests, staff recommends approval of the expanded certificated area and the facilities extension necessary to serve Spire's customers, contingent upon Spire filing its plans and specifications and environmental permits, if any, with the Commission once available, but before construction begins.
Any questions?
Move we approve as presented.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. We're going to go to number 2, discussion and possible action regarding the proposed order in docket number 2021 UN 134, Mississippi Power Company, notice of intent of Mississippi Power Company of its filing and regulatory tax recovery clause assessments beginning October 2021. Mr. Mabry.
Commissioners, Mr. Chairman, this filing is Mississippi Power's annual regulatory tax recovery Schedule: this annual tax is levied by the Department of Revenue on all regulated utilities to fund the expenses of both the commission and the staff. The total tax assessed to MPC for 2021 was approximately $1.5 million, up around $34,000 from the previous year. This increases an annual residential bill by 1 cent per month. Staff recommends approval.
Any questions?
I move we approve as presented. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. So now we're going to go over to the telecommunications agenda. Number one, discussion and possible action regarding 2022 USF utilization plans filed by high-cost eligible telecommunications carriers. Ms. Denmark.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today you have before you 6 orders and a recertification letter for 24 eligible telecommunication carriers, or ETCs. Pursuant to FCC 54.314, state commissions must file an annual certification with USAC and the FCC stating that all federal high-cost support was used in the preceding calendar year and will be used in the upcoming year only for the provision, maintenance, and upgrading of facilities and services for which support is intended. High-cost support shall only be provided to the extent that the state has filed the requisite certification pursuant to that section. And the PSC through docket 2005 AD 662 requires ETCs to make these annual certifications by July 1st for the Commission's use in complying with the FCC certification requirements. As required, the ETCs have provided their certifications to the Commission and staff, and we have issued data requests and reviewed these certifications. Staff's reviewed the filings from each provider and found that they all meet the requirements in Mississippi Docket 2005 AD 662. The Mississippi ETCs received over $164 million last year, and they estimate funding of approximately $97 million next year. There are several of the ETCs that we reviewed that have reached the end of their funding requirements, and that estimate for next year does not include any funding related to RDOF, the Rural Digital Opportunity Fund, because we're unsure right now of the timing of when that'll start. So, but they do expect it to begin just as soon as the FCC finishes their approval. So, Commissioners, all the companies receiving high-cost support funding have provided their information. Staff has reviewed it, issued our data requests, and we recommend approval and signature of these orders and the letter for the FCC.
Okay, thank you. So the first one, 2000 AD 040 Bell South Telecommunications LLC, doing business as AT&T in Mississippi. Do we have any questions? I'll make a motion that we pass.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
All right. The next one, 2001 AD 573 Rural Incumbent Carriers of Mississippi. Any questions? Do I have a motion?
I move we approve as presented. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, ayes have it. The next one is 2001 UA 451 Sailor South License LLC. Any questions?
Move we approve as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The next one, 2005 UA 174 New Singular Wireless PCS LLC, doing business AT&T Mobility. Any questions? We'll make a motion to pass.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
The ayes have it. Are there any questions? 2018 UA 188 Viasat Carrier Services Incorporated. Is there any questions?
Move we approve as presented. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. 2018 UA 224 Aristotle Unified Communications. Are there any questions?
Move we approve as presented. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Discussion and possible action regarding proposed order and docket number 2021 UA 122 Mobilite LLC joint petition of Gary Jabara Revocable Trust Transfer and Baya Communications U.S. Holdings LLC transferee for authority to transfer indirect control of Mobilite LLC. Ms. Denmark.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This application is for a transaction that results in an indirect transfer of control of Mobility LLC, whereby Mobility will become an indirect subsidiary of U.S. Holdings II, which is ultimately controlled by Communications Party Limited. The proposed transfer of control will occur at the parent level only, will not affect the day-to-day management or operations of Mobility, and does not involve an assignment of operating authority, assets, or customers. This transaction is not subject to review by the FCC because Mobility only provides wireless services in the state. But staff has reviewed the petition and we recommend approval of the transaction.
Move we approve as presented.
Second.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. We're going to move now to the water and sewer agenda. Number one, discussion and possible action regarding the proposed order in docket number 2021 UA 110, City of Senatobia joint application of New Image Utility Company Incorporated and the City of Senatobia, Mississippi, to cancel New Image Utility Company Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity for water sewer to an area to be served by the City of Senatobia in a specified area of Tate County, Mississippi. Mr. Hammonds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. New Image Utility Company received a certificate from the Commission in docket number 1993 UA 124 for the provision of water service to an area known as Back Acres Subdivision. This area lies within the 1 mile corridor of the City of Senatobia and is the area identified for cancellation from the certificates currently held by New Image so that the City of Senatobia may furnish water service to said area. All 200 water customers have been notified of the request at hand, along with all interested persons. The proposed order before the Commission leaves intact the remaining certificated area previously granted to New Image in the 1993 dockets. The record is supported by the pre-filed testimony of New Image, wherein it states that Senatobia is the superior public utility to now provide the needed utility service. New Image has conveyed its water assets used to furnish water service to the area it issued to Senatobia. Senatobia has shown that it is willing and is financially fit to serve the area. The proposed partial cancellation is consistent with the public interest and current and future public convenience and necessity. Is served by the proposals before the Commission. Commission legal staff recommends approval of the proposed order approving the partial cancellation of the certificate of New Image for the area known as Back Acres Subdivision, so Senatobia may provide water service to this area.
Any questions?
One question, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Hammonds, does this take care of everything New Image has? We keep saying partial cancellation.
New Image maintains a system still in the northeast, outside of Senatobia and Tate County.
But that's not one of the systems the city, that's not contiguous with what the City of Senatobia is wanting to take over.
That's correct.
Okay, all right. I move we approve.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. All right, so now we're going to go to the administrative agenda.
Mr. Chairman, there's one more.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, number two, discussion and possible action regarding the proposed order in docket number 2021 UA 144 City of Senatobia joint application of New Image Utility Company and the City of Senatobia, Mississippi, to cancel New Image Utility Company Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity for sewer service to an area to be served by the City of Senatobia in a specified area of Tate County. Mr. Hammonds.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is for the same Back Acres subdivision, an identical area just for the sewer service. Certificate in docket 1993 UA 125. Again, all the customers have been notified. This is just the sewer piece of that earlier item.
Move we approve.
Second.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Now, administrative agenda. Number one, discussion and possible action regarding proclamation declaring the first Wednesday of in October as Energy Efficient Day in the state of Mississippi. Commissioner Bailey?
Yeah. Next Wednesday, October 6th. So this is a motion to accept October 6th as the date for proclamation of Energy Efficiency Day. Just a quick little background, if that's all right, Chairman.
Sure.
So, you know, 2010 AD-2, that really put us on the path to energy efficiency here in the state, particularly with our investor-owned utilities and the programs offered through them to customers. We established that rule on July 11, 2013. created, then establishing a new Rule 29, which created the conservation and energy efficiency programs, which put us on the path to quick start, potentially contemplating energy savings targets and a comprehensive portfolio plan. Now, the new Rule 29, our Integrated Resource Planning Rule, and annual energy delivery reporting continues that requirement for demand-side management, including energy efficiency programs, and we feel it's a way to further broaden the opportunities for consumers to take advantage of that. You know, since full implementation of our EE programs by the regulated utilities, you know, all customer classes have certainly enjoyed opportunities and access to the financial and technical assistance provided by these programs under these portfolios. While unfortunately I didn't have time to go in there and calculate what the cumulative savings are from energy as well as economic savings for customers, I know it's been significant and it's been a really benefit for the state of Mississippi, and maybe at some point in time we can have a better understanding of what those savings look like. But these programs, we understand they're not uniform across the state, so this proclamation is certainly an opportunity for us to express our desire for customers all across the state, regardless of who they're served, of ways they can participate in energy efficiency, reduce waste, enjoy more efficient operation in their homes and businesses, and more importantly, continue to put money back in their pockets. So with that, I make a motion for us to adopt this proclamation recognizing the first Wednesday of October is Energy Efficiency Day.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. Good job. Number 2, discussion and possible action regarding proposed order in docket number 2018-8A141, order authorizing the Mississippi Public Utility staff to contract with consultants. Ms. Doty?
Thank you, Commissioner. I think everyone in this room, and certainly all of you commissioners, understand the complexity of regulatory utility work, and it takes time and experience and a great knowledge base to really review the filings that we have before us each month. Over the past couple of years, we've had a lot of long-term employees at the staff who have retired with the recent pandemic that none of us expected and we all hoped and prayed would be over with by now. We've had some real difficulties in hiring new employees and training new employees, put a lot of obstacles in our way. As we move forward through the rest of this year, we have 25 routine filings that will be before the public utility staff for us to review and send your way. And that's just routine filings. We have always have other things that are on our agenda as well. And I'm speaking about the electric and gas division here in my presentation. But we have really looked at what we have before us through the end of the year and upcoming and the resources that we have and determined that really we need some additional assistance for the review that we provide, and would propose to use Larkin Associates, which is a firm that has been used by the staff, perhaps even used by the commission, I'm not quite sure, for a number of years. They are experts in the area of utility regulation, and they would be a resource consultant that we could look to for some help on filings. You know, the review that we provide is really essential, and it is what you as commissioners depend on to have perhaps a better understanding and some, you know, a check of what is coming before you. And so we thought it might be appropriate for us to engage Larkin and Associates through the end of the year with that to be, with the commission's order, with that to be recoverable in rates. After that time, we could do an RFP for any assistance that is needed throughout 2022, and then have the commission to approve that over towards the first of the year in January. We've had some discussions about that. That would be our request, and ask that the commissioners take this up.
Okay, do I have any questions?
Just one. Do we know what the cost estimate between now and the end of the year is for engaging Larkin?
You know, we really don't have that because we're not quite sure exactly how many hours we'll need. They bill by the hour, and we would track that to each filing. It would be with each filing and a description of the services provided. But, you know, if I had to estimate, Commissioner Presley, I would say we're, and then again, we're gonna track it to that particular filing, that particular utility. I would say as a whole, I can't imagine more than maybe through the end of the year, 50,000. That's the number I was coming up with, about 50,000 bucks for the end of the year. And throughout an entire year, as we look towards 2022, I think we could, once we have this experience going forward in the next couple of months, I think that would better help us estimate for the rest of the year.
So you anticipate this to end in 2022?
I would, Commissioner, except for perhaps certain complex filings where in the past, consultants have been allowed anyway by the commission.
Well, they
I
have, but
would.
that's been, the qualitative difference in that has been,
It
these
is.
are 25, you used the word routine. In
Yes,
the past, those have been specific to system integrity riders and other things
Sure.
that were specific in nature, not really a general training of what one would think in the appropriations process that we're hiring people to do. So there's a qualitative difference in when the commissions utilized that in the past and these, so.
there is, certainly is.
And so, but you think this would be ending in 2022?
I do, really you have to go through that whole regulatory year. You see, we don't have the same filings every month, It takes a year to kind of go through that entire process. And so that is our thought, is 1 year would be a good period of time to give our employees kind of access to some additional information, someone to back them up a little bit and help us through this first year of filings.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Any further questions?
No questions.
Okay, I'll make a motion to direct the commission's legal staff to draft contracts aforementioned. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying
I
aye.
got one question before we vote, Mr. Chairman.
Oh.
I thought we had a proposed order that already lined that out.
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
I thought we had a proposed order that it already lines this out.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I just made sure we had, we were on the same page, because I think the motion was to direct you to create one. I thought we had
yeah,
one.
so the motion, there's a proposed order before the commission.
Okay, so I will withdraw that motion because
Make
it
sure we're
says.
agreeing on the
It
language.
says clearly here.
I don't know.
That's you. All right, anyway, I'll withdraw that motion, and we'll make a motion to, accept the contract, based on, to approve the order as presented.
Second.
All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it. All right, is there any other business before the commission? With that, we stand adjourned.